clock is stop. This is a level pack about time manipulation. Hilariously, this would not be the first time I've done a time manipulation pack. So you can see this rocket's gonna trap the wind here. So I need to say what clock is stop probably. Okay, and when you do clock is stop, all the objects that are moving stop moving. Now that's not a usual property, that is in fact a custom interaction. Normally what that would do is, like, this is the clock, and I can't move into it as well. But the part where you can't move into the clock word stop, that's just vanilla behavior. It's also stop animating, which is a nice touch. Anyway, the trick is, I will need to move this clock is stop, keeping the rule intact. Okay, and actually this probably needs to push to the very end, like this. Now I do clock is win. Wait, no, because I need to undo clock is stop. Hold on. Okay, was I late? I'm not sure. Well, what I could do is do this, pushing the is through, and then clock is win. There we go. Now clock is stop is gone, obviously, so now the things start moving again. But yeah, now I can just go on top of the clock and win. Whoa, okay. Frozen. Okay, so what do we have? The clock is going still. Clock is shift. I don't think clock is shift has any special effects. All clock is shift would do is make objects that are on top of the clock move till it's off the clock. That shouldn't matter at all, though. We got Star's Defeat preventing us from going in there, preventing us from going and doing this flag is win as well. But I guess the weird thing is, what is clock is stop doing here when the only thing that's possibly moving in the level is shift? Well, okay, I guess it's stopping shifts from happening, which is interesting. Like, it's not shifting these background objects, but if I stop the shift, then these background objects could be shifted. Not really getting it. Also, it's not even... Why am I getting shifted when clock is supposed to be stop right now? Well, actually, what's interesting is that the shift will actually let me shift the flag is win to a correct position, but not here. It'll just stack on the flag, which is very bad. We will really want to get rid of this star or have something be able to hop over it or something. You know what? This is literally just moving clock is stop, isn't it? Okay, so the first step here is that we're going to make clock is stop and Keke is shift. The whole point of the clock is stop is so that we don't shift the me at all. Like, of course, like, shifting is disabled because clock is stop. Then we break clock is stop so that we can push this without dying to the star. We can just shift the star over, then turn on clock is stop again, and do this. Okay, now second step, this is actually pretty simple. Should be anyway. We just bring this me in and do a double shift. So, me is shift there, and then me is shift here. Me is shifting twice, letting me go over the star due to the double shift, and there we go. Next, ticking time bomb. We got boom. Word. Okay, there's a lot going on. Well, not really, but... Win condition is cloud without cloud is win. So I need to exactly one cloud in level. There are two clouds in level. There's one here and there's one up here. I'd prefer them to die. Cloud is also telly, but Baba is floating on top of it, so the telly effect is not visible. You can bring the clock out. Because clock is word, which means that makes the statement clock is boom, which also destroys the cloud. Why is it not winning? Oh, Baba's float. Okay. Do we need double boom? Because that's the only way that will destroy even more. But now I can move the boom out. What's the point? I think I've already screwed up. I mean, feels like I need to break the and float part of this, at least. Because otherwise, I'm floating on top of the cloud and I can't win on it. Alright, so we must do something here. New to star level, I do... No, cloud is push. Get this out of the way. Then set it up to say cloud is... This is not actually for cloud is stop, because what I'm going to do is push the cloud in there. Yes! Okay, nice. But the idea worked. The idea that the title says ticking time bomb, that implied that if you did clock is stop, which you... That is just undo by accident. Anyway... Here. So if you do cloud is stop. Well, I thought it would prevent boom, but it actually also prevents telly from happening, which does make sense, because telly does happen automatically turn by turn. And now we can just break the is boom. Alright, there we go. And now I broke clock is stop and got the clock totally out of there. Now I want to say cloud is float over here. I want to say clock is boom too, though. Oh well, hopefully I can do something about this cloud. The cloud is push, and then... Oh, no. Okay, so now... How come I'm not Oh, because Baba is float. God damn it. Well, I hate to move this is away, but I'll guess I have to for now. I actually undid back to this spot because I don't think pushing this is to the right was the correct move. I think it's like move Boom out here though, and that's fine. I want to destroy this cloud, the one where Baba is this time. I want to do Cloudus push, get this over here, even though it doesn't look great, because we need space for Cloudus float. Cloudus float, not yet though. We want a boom. I want to do Clockus boom on top of this. Okay, so we destroyed one of the clouds, which is good. That's the prerequisite for the win condition. But we have this Cloudus float set up, and then we win. Okay, there we go. I did cut out a bunch of failed ideas there. I spent like minutes thinking that it was Cloudus boom, even though that would destroy both clouds. That didn't make any sense. But anyway, alternative idea didn't make any sense. But anyway, we have the power. What is this? Oh my gosh. Alright, we've got Sun as win, but there's like a moon there that's killing us first. There's a Baba in the way. What are the robots doing? It feels like you could do robot as you. Seriously, the dust is stop? We can get, they'll be gotten rid of if we get past the Baba, which is currently shift. So, if Robot gets on the rocket like it just happened last turn, gets power, and that also makes Baba stop being shift. We can only do it for one turn though, effectively. I also kind of want to know why wouldn't we clock his stop to get rid of the shift? Or that doesn't work? Why is shift still taking hold? I mean, is there some Fofo is stop magic we could do to also avoid the shift? It's confusing why it's not being blocked, even though we have clock is stop. So we can use this tactic to get past the Baba because notice that on this turn there is in fact a robot giving us power. We can break this. Now Moon is stop. Confusing. That level didn't seem to need the stop gimmick. Okay, so is the word future gonna be... No, I really wanted to see the word future because we had a level pack gimmick with the word past in it before. Okay, so what's this? Skull's in the way? Skull seeing Baba's move, yeah. So, you can do clock and stop immediately, but this sacrifices text and looks unsatisfying. But we have the sync available. Hey, how the hell do you get anything past here useful? You can do tree as sync. Not get past any of this stuff, though. Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to do that yet. Actually, this does make me think. What if you did that, but instead it's like you destroy the clock? No? Gee, screw you then. I can't even push it because it's still? How come I literally can't even move that? You should be able to move an object that's stop and push normally. I don't know why not here, but okay, fine. We'll try the idea of like destroying the clock. I mean, that might be what's going for. I don't think we're gonna have to get rid of the clock is stop statement specifically either, but let's do tree is sync. Now time should start again. Yes, that's as much as I would expect. Okay, that kills us though. So how do we fix it? Clearly a clock needs to go back, come back in the level. Okay, alternative ideas, it's a statement breaker type puzzle, which is the type I've played a lot before. So make your little clock is stop, get the sync out. Now tree is sync, which will break that clock is stop statement, causing it to run again. Okay, then now the thing is like, what the heck? We still need clock is stop to happen eventually now. I kind of have a feeling I picked the wrong thing and I should have been trying to go for tree is clock. Yeah, I probably did. Okay. Clock is the one that destroys itself here. Clock is stop. Clock is sync. The is getting sacrificed sucks. Because now I can't do tree is clock. But it's not like I can sacrifice clock either, because I can't bring the second clock over here. We should at least try to figure out how to get the clock in a position. Okay, not that hard. That's how we would get tree is clock in a position, but we need clock is stop. I don't know how to do that. How do I get clock is stop? How do I not lose it? Here's a better idea. Use the word push as your sinker, because we don't use push anymore. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So now you do clock is sync, and the thing that breaks clock is stop effectively is the word push, like the word push overlapping sync. Sync kills the overlappers and itself, so kill that. Now there's no more clock, and clock is no longer stop. Alright, there we go. Now do the steps. 3 is clock, putting clock is stop back, because now there's a clock in the world. And now let's just go through. There we go. It's cool to have, like, useless, in quotes, text actually matter. I think is, like, an incredible property. What's this, by the way? That's our main line ending. Anyway, level 5. Time slips away. A clock is you and win, except all feeling you is not win. That means that whatever is you, it must be a different object that wins the level for us. So Baba is win. What's the problem? Clock Fear Baba, classic. And Dusty Doll, so there's no solid walls to rest yourself on. I don't know if fear can be avoided. Will you ever do clock as you win stop? What the? Well... What? It's like it can't properly decide. Instead of just... What? Alright, nice logic there. Didn't know clock is stop allowed for duplicating clocks when it comes to fear. Fear is such a spaghetti mechanic. Alright, anyone have a watch? Not clock is stop. And if I go... Okay. If I face dust at all, then it's defeat. I mean, we need to get to this win, whatever it is, and the Miis are in the way. Me fear Keke doesn't feel like me is fearing Keke. Oh, we got all is stop. That's why nothing changed. We need to say clock is not stop, specifically to prevent all is stops function. Okay, now the Miis will fear away from Keke. I don't like that the wind gets stuck there, and we still have problems with dust. I don't even know why. Oh, because dust is stop. That's why. Because when I'm moving up, I can't even move into the dust because dust is stop. Yo, can we break all his stop? Yes, that's good. Don't die there. And then we're constantly having facing problems. Ugh. Yeah, Not sure what else I can do with this rule. Clock is all. I don't know. That's no way. Okay, why? How come we are not going to do clock is not clock? Notice that destroys the clock on the top left. Why aren't we doing it? I don't know. Perhaps there's something to be gained by having the clock in there. Like, that it would mean that we would want to do clock is not stop and then somehow break it? That kind of makes sense. Feels like it would do something with the clock is not stop. Like, you break it, break that. Nope. Break that. I think I need a Mii's help to break it, but you do this, and then it's not fixed. The issue is not fixed. I mean, it'd be theoretically fixed if I could just walk out of here and get this stuff out, but no. Alright, look at this idea. So, we want to make clock is not stop, obviously, from a distance. So this Mii actually is no longer necessary. We're going to want to make clock is not stop from a distance. Okay, so, make clock is not stop now. See, the weird thing is, like, you do this, and then you want the clock is not stop to break. The Mii can't do that. Wait. Oh, it could do that for us! Okay. God damn it. I really thought the Mii was solid for the whole time, and then this, this Mii just comes in here, and so that's what this freaking nook on the right is for. Okay, I was thinking something like this, but I didn't expect the Mii to stop being solid. It makes sense because all his stop broke, and now I can just make it through this side. Okay, so now that all his stop is broken, I can bring this win out of here. And it's pretty harmless because now, like, I don't... Like, because they're not stop anymore, I can just walk through them, basically. It's only when I'm facing them in which I die, but I can very easily avoid that. Okay, and now clock... not clock is win. That's right. Okay. Shoot, don't make all stop again. How do I do this? No? You know what, let's just shove it in reverse order. So instead, win... Not clock is win. There we go, not clock is win. There we go. What? So we've branched into this level 7 here. Well, recycle time. Oh my gosh! It's a play on the first level, and as clock is reversed. So, I mean... What the? Why did it move by 1? Is it reversing the reverse? Oh gosh, this is like gonna be the equivalent of back. Nope. I think rocket is stopped. That's why I can't push it past. That's a little annoying. Okay. It's using the same mechanic as back. Just to say, there's a word called back in Baba. It's not the most intuitive one. I mean, I wonder if I can make this better. Like, can I unreverse it? Like... Okay, and then... wait. And then no! Reverse? Please? Yes! Okay, that did work. Hold on. Basically, I think the issue here is that when it runs out of the undo stack... Oh my gosh, the clock also goes backwards, which makes sense, but is also cursed. Like, we need to make sure that it doesn't run out of moves to reverse, otherwise, like, the reversal just stops working. Okay, clock is win, there we go. Let's get on the clock. I know, I understand. The clock is push, which means it's solid, so I need to do reverse, so that eventually it'll just... Come on, there we go. So finally it reversed, and it reversed on me. Oh no. Don't be more levels about reverse. Gosh. Level 8. Time management. Ow. Okay. UFOs defeat and still, so we gotta walk around that. Why did a robot move? Looks like robot facing Baba's move. What's our win condition? We need to look at that one. So there's like a rock in the way, a rock that you can barely see because we enjoy obscurity. Okay, so there's a rock there. Black rock, as we would call it. Yo, does anyone know who's controlling the world right now? Anyway, so we got this, at the end, we can clearly see that Robot's win is trying to be made, but this robot already is stuck. Like, robot is stopped. Does that mean that I messed up the opening? We could do this to get the robot, and it's not moving. So we can get it to move on the Baba, but yeah, I don't know. So clock is hot, which actually makes getting to Robot is win easy if you just do that. Then Robot is win, but then you can't get on top of the robot, so I don't really know what it's doing. I mean, I see that Keke is shift, so if Keke could be all the way over here and maybe like shift, maybe that would work. I also don't know what me is doing. Why do we even have a me here? Now, of course, clock is stop would block the Keke from shit. Yeah, that's another weird thing. Like, how come Keke is still able to shift right now? These designers are made of spaghetti, I swear. So we have some transformations like me. Well, am I supposed to turn an object into Keke? I mean, okay, we can do me is you plus clock is stop. That does not... That's really annoying. How about clock is you and then put the clock on this spot next to the Keke? This requires some desynchronization nonsense. Brr. Okay, and now me can actually get on top of that if we do me is you. We need to do clock is stop as well. And probably invert their spacing such that me is you is broken from a horizontal place. Okay, so now me and Keke have stacked. This is a good thing because that... No. Because then we can... No! Okay, we didn't plan this well enough because I want to say me is shift now. The problem is clock is not yet done what the clock needs to do. What's gonna happen is I break this. Hold on. Damn it. The idea here is I want to use this Keke and me formation to skip to the other side so the Baba can reach. I mean, you know what? Clock is you. What the hell's going on there? Here, just get out of the way. Okay, now the me and the Keke on the other side. Okay, so, shoot, Baba isn't involved! Yeah, I was hoping that we could win easily, but Baba is the one that needs to be on there, I think. But more importantly, Baba just needs to cause the robot to move. Is there any stupid interaction if you do clock is shift, by the way? I couldn't tell. Yeah, I mean, I thought that the clock and stop was a cool idea, but it doesn't even seem like I could do it and make any actual double shift work. Okay, I got an idea. So, want to do clock is you. Get over here, and yes, we're really doing that first. Because if I do me is you, then me is shift at the same time, I can set up a situation where this is kind of janky, because both Keke and me are shift. But basically, I want to get to this side. Okay, the problem is that's not far enough. That's... Hold on, all we need to do there is break the Miyazu at some point. Or even break the Miya shift. Okay, you know what? Here's a better idea. It's just some shift nuance, and I don't know, it's probably cheese. Considering... Here, so look at that. Look at that shift, the way that works. Is, like, Mi shifts it to the left. The Keke left one. And then Keke shifts the Mi down. This combines to let me do that. And now... The Keke is like, it's here, so I can just push down, win the level. There. I didn't use clock as stop at all. Probably cheese. I don't care. Level's inconsistent. Boop, 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 anyway. Okay, what's level 9? Time... Oh, no. Clock is broken. That's gonna be written. Well, get cliffhangered because this video is already taking too long. You'll need to wait to see what the heck this does. Anyway, goodbye.